to Distracted Divas. I'm Diva Pearl. We have Diva Mona, Diva Pamela, and Diva Becky. Please join us for our podcast and see what's going on today
on Distracted Divas.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Distracted Divas podcast. Today we have Diva Becky, Diva Mona, and Diva Pam. Our other diva is very distracted at the moment.
Diva Pearl, missing in action.
Yes, today's podcast will be from a Reddit, and we're going to read some confessions.
Yeah,
we have three different ones. Mine is going to be a confession. The confessions.
Yes, we like confessions. We're fun.
If everybody's ready, we'll go ahead.
Yeah, let's get at it. Let's get to the point today.
This one says, sometimes I don't reply to messages even when I'm free. Sometimes I don't reply to messages when I'm free. It's not because I dislike the person. Sometimes I read a message, think about replying later, and then keep putting it off for hours or even days. The longer I wait, the more awkward it feels to respond, which makes me avoid it even more. I know it's a bad habit, but I still catch myself doing it. Who else does that?
Not me. Just kidding.
Well, I feel like I don't. Sometimes I'll read it and I'm getting ready to go somewhere and I'm like, oh, because it could be a message from one of you guys and I'm getting ready. I'm in the car getting ready to go somewhere and I'll read it real quick and I'm like, oh, I'll respond when I get there. And then, of course, it'll be 12 hours later. And then it's too late because I'm the only one who's up to 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning because they work and I don't. So it's like, and then I forget until one goes, did you get my message? Right. But there's no facetiousness behind that. But with other people, sometimes I'm like, why are you sending me a message? Like in my brain, I'm like, I don't even talk to you. Why are you sending me a message? Hell.
I'll start writing the message and then I think I sent it and then I never sent it and then I'll look at it hours later or the next day and then be like, oh.
Yeah.
I think for me, sometimes I respond in my head.
Oh, well,
but I don't type it out.
That's some negative stuff right there, girl.
And then later, like, I'll see the message. I'll be like, oh, shit, I never answered. Like, I only answered in my head.
I promise you that is me in a nutshell. Sometimes I'm looking at it and I'm already talking about it like da-da-da-da-da-da, and I never send it. And then when I look at it, I'm like, oh, man, now it doesn't make sense to send it because they probably needed that answer right then and there.
As the red said, it'll be awkward the more time goes by. It's more awkward.
Yes.
Let's talk about that.
But meanwhile, they see you posting on Facebook and doing all this shit, and they're like, but you couldn't take 2 seconds to answer me.
Oh. Well, I mean, I feel like with us, we'll just call you and be like, did you get my fucking message? Like, I sent it 2 hours ago, damn it.
I mean, some things just need a little emoji react. That way you know I got it.
Right.
And it's just a quick little boop. But
I feel like our friendship, I feel like our friendship, if we don't answer something, we kind of know why. Or you know what I mean? I feel like it depends on who it is because with us, it's like, oh, I know she's doing blah, blah, blah. And if it was like super duper important, yes, you would answer right then and there. But otherwise, it's like, oh, they're busy. They'll answer. They'll let me know later. Or if I'm saying, hey, I'm about to buy some shirts, because I might say, I try to give as much information as possible so you know what I'm talking about. I'm about to buy 5 shirts. What size do you want? And if you don't answer me back, I already know you, so I'm going to buy you this size anyway. Like, you might get back to me after I've already placed the order, and then I'm like, I already know what size you wear. But you might have wanted a different size, but I already bought this size for you.
True. Yeah. Well, and I think like in our messenger stuff, and I try to do it sometimes even more on my text too, like the voice memos, you know, kind of like a phone call, but not really, because it's one-sided, right? So, but it's easier than, especially when you got to say a lot. It's like, I'm not typing all this shit out.
Yes.
And I know I can't call you right now because you're, doing XYZ. Yeah. So I'm just going to do a voice memo, like that seems to work.
You know what I like? I like when I'm in my car and I get them because my car reads the messages to me. And it says to me, do you want to reply? So that's how I always, when I'm in my car, I can always listen to your messages because I just press the button and it tells me what you says. And it goes, do you want to reply or send an emoji or blah, blah, blah. And whatever it is, I will send it or say whatever it is back and forth. When I stop answering you, that means I'm not in the car anymore. That's what that means.
What about like sometimes you just know like whoever you're gonna text back is gonna like text you back a bunch and you're like, I just don't have time for this right now.
Right. Yeah. So I want to start because
Right. It's like I can't talk right now, so I'll text you back when I can actually talk.
Some people have all the time in the world, and some of us
or sometimes I'll try to call them so I can get it all, like I can get it out real quick, and then they won't answer. I'm like, bitch, you just texted me.
Funny. I hate it. But you know what? Hey.
Wait, that's my daughter. Like when she's off, like she calls and texts and calls. I'm like, and I just send her a message. I'm busy. I just say I'm busy, and she'd be like, "You're too busy for me." And I go, "Yes." I just say yes, and then she knows. Like she lives 5 seconds away. I could just go over her house.
Right.
Like, come on. Like what do you want to tell me? What did Vanessa do now? Okay, what? She acted like you did when you were her age? Oh, poor baby.
Yeah.
Beat her. No, just kidding.
I mean, and sometimes there's just people you don't want to talk to. And maybe you're actually trying to kind of distance yourself from them and they're not getting the message. I'm not saying that I personally have anything like that going on in my life right now, but I have been in situations where I'm trying to distance myself and it's like, yeah.
You can't hear you, Becky.
No, yeah, we all been there one way or another. Yeah.
Right.
Those people that don't get it or don't think of the other person being busy or doing whatever.
Yeah.
Everybody wants you to be available at their time.
Yep.
But I'm okay if you don't answer me back. Like I really know that if somebody doesn't answer me back, I don't take it personal because I know that I'm the only person. I'm not the only person, but I know that out of most of our friends, I'm the one that's retired and I'm the one who's always might be sending a text. But if you don't answer me back, I promise I don't take it personally. Yeah. Like not at all. There's some people who do call me and text me and say things, not of our circle, but guys in particular. And I don't answer them back on purpose.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the hell did you get through? I already blocked you. How do you get through? Like, I'm pissed now because how did you get through?
They're making extra numbers.
True. True. So here's some of the answers from that question. One of them says,
okay. They're confessions. So, I mean,
that's a whole nother podcast right there.
No, I'm saying some of the answers. It says most ghosting isn't people being rude. It's people accidentally procrastinating a text until it becomes emotionally expensive. I don't know what NGL means. I'm older.
Not gonna lie.
Not gonna lie. The guilt is what makes it worse.
Wow.
Somebody put maybe you're an introvert and having social anxiety. Because
I mean,
it could be.
That's definitely a thing. That's why some people text because they don't. I mean, that's why, like, back to when I said, like, that they're on the phone. Sometimes they don't answer because. So a funny little story. It's kind of like this, but James mentioned something the other day about ordering Disney Channel. We haven't had it in a long time, but he was going to do it like in a couple of weeks or something, and he just mentioned it. Well, the next morning, Dakota wanted to watch Finding Nemo. And so I ordered Disney Channel. So he comes in and he had fallen asleep on the couch that night. And me and Dakota had slept in the bedroom. And so he comes in and he sees that I'm trying to log into Disney Channel. And he's like, what are you doing? I just ordered that last night. So we hadn't communicated from the night to the morning that I was like, you said you were going to do it in a couple of weeks. So anyway, he's like, well, just cancel it. Well, you can't really. You have to, because you're like saying basically like you're signing up for 6 months. And so it's like $13. It's like $13 a month, right? And so he goes, well, call him and cancel it. I was like, I'm not calling him. He's like, I'll call him. And so he gets on the phone with him long story short, they won't cancel it. But I was like, I personally would rather pay $13 a month than call somebody and try to cancel this right now, because I know what a pain in the ass it's going to be.
Yes.
But he'll sit on the phone all day and like make phone calls.
Yeah.
But I'm like, no, I'll pay $13 a month, and then I just gave the account to Savannah for 6 months. So like,
But
you know what
I
I
feel
mean?
like that's like you said, that's called communication, dude. You said, I'm listening to what you said because I know you, and I know you probably will take a week or two to do it. So I'm
Yeah.
already gonna
Well,
just do
no,
it.
I probably should know better. He does everything right now.
Good,
Oh,
right? In his word. I mean, if you say 2 weeks and then all of a sudden you do it in a day, that's crazy.
Well, I guess whatever he wanted to watch, he must have decided that night when, because Dakota and I I think we had played in the little kiddie pool that day. And so we were tired and we fell asleep early. And so, him and I didn't communicate from the evening to the morning, And
yes,
so
and that
probably on
happened.
a whim, well, I on a whim decided to order it. It was a crazy coincidence that we both ordered it. So
Well,
whatever. Savannah's got a free Disney Hulu account for 6 months.
but I feel like I don't have those problems, but I feel like that happens more often than not because a lot of times my kids will come over here and I don't have all of those channels because I don't need them because half the time I'm listening to music anyway,
Yeah.
and they'll put it on my TV, and then I'll go. My daughter will go, Mommy, do you have such and such? And I'm like, no. She goes, I put it on your TV last week, and I'm thinking, like, if anybody should know me, you should. That I don't really watch TV. I watch more TV when you guys come over because you
Yeah.
turn it on. We had Netflix and all kinds of stuff for like months and months, and I was like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Like, whose freaking account is that? Like, what?
And then it's overthinking, I think, because the guilt and all that, man. Just
Yeah,
like it ain't that serious.
right. I feel like it ain't that serious too. I do too.
Well, the thing is too, like, we have Verizon, so he gets like a better deal ordering it through Verizon. So he had ordered it through Verizon and I had ordered it through Disney Plus. So he probably could have canceled it, but it's like I said, whatever. I'm not for $13 a month. I'm like, I'm not getting on the phone and sitting and waiting and talking to somebody in another country who doesn't care what they're just following a script. You know what I mean? Like it's whatever. So
Well, here's another one that somebody said. It says the dangerous part is that in a minute feels completely reasonable when you say it. Then somehow you blink and it's Thursday. And now replying feels like you're submitting a late assignment. That's a perfect answer to that.
what did you say,
Really.
Becky?
That person is a master procrastinator. Not in a minute. It's Thursday.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
No, she says, and she said it, the dangerous part is that in a minute completely feels reasonable. It does feel reasonable. I'm going to reply to them in a minute. But then somehow you blink like that. She's saying that minute gets away from you and you blink and it's 3 days later.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a lot of times, like you said, you get ready to go somewhere. We might text you something. You're in the car, you get ready to go somewhere, and you look at it. Oh, in your brain, you're like, I'm going to reply to them. And then you're completely enthralled into whatever you're doing. And you forget until, oh, shit, I got to tell them. I forgot to tell them. I want lime chips instead of regular chips.
I think the only time it really probably is offensive is if it's your like significant other.
Yeah.
And like sometimes, back to James, but like sometimes I'm trying to get in touch with him for something, and I know you've got your phone on you all the time. You're listening to he's always listening to podcasts and stuff like that, and I'm like trying to get in touch with him for something, and then he's like, I didn't see it or I didn't hear it. Like,
You're like, bullshit.
choke you.
But you're completely right about that because I like when I used to call my sons or text them or whatever and they don't answer it, I'm like, every freaking time you're in my damn face, you're on your phone laughing and doing whatever, and I freaking call you. I could be dead because you know how parents are. We're like
Yeah,
the drama queens.
dramatic.
I could be dead. I
Divas.
could be on the side of the road and my tire flat, and I'm calling you, and you're not answering your phone. But let somebody who doesn't do shit for you. That's how we start going off. Hello, how are you? We're talking junk, and that's the only time that I feel like that's the only time that I really get mad because I don't really bother my kids at all unless I want them to do something or I need them to do something, and that's hardly ever. You know what I mean? That's hardly ever. Or I might have cooked something and they had one of my dishes and I'm having something and I need you to bring my shit back. I mean, I have a
Yeah.
key in the house, but I'm in the middle of doing something and I'm looking all out and tore my kitchen up looking for it. And I'm like, oh, it's over Tyler's house or it's over Shelby's house. Let me call them. And then they don't answer the phone until after the fact. And then I'm already saying, forget it. Never mind. I don't need it. And they're like, what, Mom? What? No, you should have answered the
Well,
damn phone.
Kaylee used to send me memes and stuff because it'd be like, if I'm calling, then it's one thing, but if they need to get in touch with me, I better answer the phone.
Damn right.
She'd
Yeah.
always send me like memes about like, how come mom's not answering me? I'm like, or
Yeah.
they'll send me a text, mom, 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 mom.
Not me. Tyler would send me that meme. I use it all the time now. He said, I guess those airplanes flying outside of my house is for me because I didn't answer your text or your phone call. That's what he said. I guess the airplanes that's flying up there.
Elaborate with it.
What you say,
What?
Becky?
You guys get elaborate with it, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, do your kids answer the phone?
Mine don't.
No.
And sometimes we be in the same house.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I used to like really like poo poo on the idea of like texting from another room, especially
Hell
when we
yeah.
first
I don't
first
like it at all.
especially when we first started texting, but like it doesn't bother me now.
I don't like it at all. If you're in
It
the same
doesn't
house,
bother
you
me at
text
all.
me, walk your ass out here and tell me. Don't freaking text me because I'm not going to
No.
answer you. I'm not going to answer you at all.
No, see,
The
and
only
like,
time, the only time it doesn't bother me is if I'm watching the kids and the other kids are bigger, but my grandson is younger, and I need something from somewhere, and I text you and say, hey, can you bring? Yeah, I know you're in the bathroom. When you come out, can you bring a wet rag or something, a wet washcloth or whatever the case it is, so that I can wash his hands? And then you walk out the bathroom and you don't have the rag on me. I know your ass has the phone. 'Cause that's like a newspaper now when you go in the bathroom.
well, the funny thing to me is like we're a big I love you family. Like you could be like walking out front to water the garden or something, and then I'll be like, I love you,
Yep.
So like even when we're texting back and forth when we were in the same house, it'd be like, okay, I'm whatever we're talking about, and then it'd be like, I love you. I'm like, I love you too. Like we just always, we just
But you know
that's
what,
how we
Mona,
are.
that you say that? I'm sorry, Becky. When you say that, um, Tyler is huge on that. So when I'm mad at him, and when he's talking to me on the phone, because somehow he'll answer the phone when he knows I'm mad at him. I'm talking to him funny, and he's like, "Okay, bye, I love you," and I hang up, and then he'll call me back. What is wrong with you? And I go, "Okay, I love you, Tyler." He's like, "That's all you had to do." And because one time I was talking to him, and I was rushing to go do what I had to do, and he was just going on and on and on. And I was like, Tyler, I got to go. And he goes, okay, Mom, bye. I love you. And I hung up. And then he called back. I was like, I love you too, Tyler, because
Yeah.
he will
And
not, no
with
matter
Savannah,
what
you're
it
not allowed
is.
to just say love you. You have to say I.
Yes. With
You have to
him,
use the I.
he will not let you hang up the phone or walk away from him. He's not letting that ever happen without saying, I love you. And now
Yeah.
Shelby does it. Love you, Mom. Or she says, love you, Pam. That's how I know she's mad at me when she calls me Pam. Love you,
Oh,
Pam. Or love you, Mom.
Uh, Savannah's done that to me a couple times. Like, don't you call me by my name. I am your mama.
yes.
Well, we all know Shelby because remember, I still go back on that podcast when she was on it, and when she walked away, she said, "Next time I'm gonna cut up."
Yeah, she did.
She sure did. Next time I'm gonna cut up.
All right, you want to move on to the next one? Or is there any other good comments?
They're actually all good. There's one more. I'll do one more.
Okay.
Let me see. Well, this one is a short, sweet one. It says sometimes the message only needs a 30-second reply, but mentally it feels like a 1 hour comment. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes it's like, okay, like I don't have time to talk right now, and I know if I do this, you're gonna be like right back at me.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well,
Absolutely.
there's the next one is you want to do that one? The confidently gave someone directions, and I can do the last one.
Completely the wrong. Oh, okay. I can do that. Sure.
Okay.
Okay. So this one
Reddit
says,
confession.
yes, it's a Reddit confession number 2. Action. Okay. I confidently gave someone directions and sent him completely the wrong way. This happened like 3 years ago, and I still cringe at 2 a.m. sometimes. An elderly man asked me for directions. I had no idea where it was. But instead of just saying that, my brain went full autopilot and I just started confidently explaining a route, gestures, and everything. He thanked me and walked away. It was only later I realized I sent them in literally the opposite direction. I've never felt more like a villain in someone else's story. I still feel bad for this old guy. Have you guys also done something like this unknowingly or knowingly?
Yes.
Me too. I actually have done this exact same thing. But it's not
Knowingly?
my confession. I've done this, but I feel like it's diabolical if you do it on purpose.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
I mean, if you're doing it on purpose, like you kind of deserve some like diarrhea karma or something.
Yeah. Somebody on one of you says never ask a man for directions when the answer is I have no idea, but his ego says otherwise. And I feel like you shouldn't ask a man for directions because they will go past something 12 times. And when you go, do you want me to tell you where it is? Because I don't understand why men don't think women know where we're going. Like,
Sometimes they actually explain really bad. So my stepdad, God bless his soul, um, he would tell me directions as if he's in the country of Puerto Rico. Like, oh, Rebecca, because he used to call me little Rebecca.
Oh,
Rebecca. So you go down, and then you know when you see the tree with the white line on it, you don't turn there. You pass it, and then you go
yeah.
down further. Now, when you get to the 3 trees, then you turn. I'm like, no, what
look,
next? You see a cow on the side of the road, and you.
I love his directions. Those are I'm his people. I'm right there.
Yeah,
I need a street name. I'm sorry. I need a street name.
Oh,
he grew up on the farm, and that's how he used to do it. And I was like,
yes.
dude, no. What if that tree is no longer there? Because you remember it.
Very likely it's not nowadays.
So he's like, oh yeah.
My
Okay.
mom's always like, you got to go east, west. You got to take this road, that road. I'm like, and she gets so mad at me because I am a landmark person and she is a numbers, directions. And now in Florida, east, west,
I'm
north,
a
south, piece of cake. But in Tennessee, I get turned around all the time,
I'm like your mom. I'm a numbers, east, west, south. I'm that person.
She'll be like, which way are you going when you go wherever, whenever I'm driving wherever. I'm like, whichever way the freaking Google tells me. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I need the address and put it in.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yep. And sometimes that's exactly what I do. Just give me the address. Or somebody would say, when you go past that store, you Bravo that you go to all the time, it's on the left. No, damn it. There's a Bravo on every corner. Okay. So,
Other Bravo is adios.
right. Right. Never mind. I go like this. Never mind. I'll look it up. But I know where I'm going. That's Tyler's favorite thing. I know where I'm going. Okay. Then you go. I'm going to put it in my GPS and my car is going to take me there.
Yeah, well, we were in Florida and we were all down at the beach watching sunset. And we got drunk, and then Walter had to drive us home in Mom's truck. And Mom's trying to tell him the directions, and she's sitting behind him, right? No, I'm sitting behind Walter. Mom's sitting in the passenger seat. Me and Pam are in the back seat, and Hannah, right?
Yep.
And Mom's trying to tell him how to go, and I was like, don't listen to her. She's not right. It's like, and I'm like, you go to the second light, take a left, go to the third light, take a right, go to the 4-way stop. Like, no, man, don't listen to her. She don't know what she's talking about right now.
Wait, and he's probably over there going, Pam, oh my
She's
God.
got it coming from both sides.
Yep. Oh
She
my
ain't got it in
God.
both ear.
Mhm.
What about you guys in an audience? What do you guys have any stories, or have you guys done this on purpose or unknowingly? Let us know in the
Yeah.
comments. That would be really, really nice to read.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely. Let us know.
I want to know who our diabolical listeners are.
That's true. That's very
Who's out
true.
there giving directions that are wrong intentionally.
Yeah.
Who's sending somebody 3 hours the wrong way?
You do that because that's time wasted in a person's life.
Then somebody probably will say, well, then they need to put it in their GPS then.
Oh.
Yeah, well, maybe their phone's dead, or
that could
they're,
be true.
or they're in a bad service zone.
Yeah, that could be true.
We're actually wasting that person's life.
That's funny.
That poor old man from the original poster. I mean, did he make it home in time? Did he make it? He had to go.
Well, she won't know, but I know he won't ask another damn person for directions. I know that.
Or whoever that was.
Right.
Yeah.
He probably said, hell no. Mm-mm.
There's actually a country song called Good Directions. I can't think of the singer right now, but I'm sure some listeners know. But anyway, he talks about how he's selling like turnips on the side of the road, and this girl stops to ask him for directions, and she's in like a convertible, and she's beautiful and this and that, whatever. It's a country song. So he sends her to instead of giving her directions where she wants to go, he sends her to his mom's place down around the corner where she sells sweet tea or whatever. And so she basically sends them back to the guy or whatever. They get together.
That's
Whatever.
funny.
Anyway, it's a cute song, but
Aw.
kind of reminds me of that. Any good comments?
Yeah.
You, Pam, any good comments?
Oh, look, I done went out of that and went into something else. Hold on.
Oh,
yes, there are. It says, let's see.
Thank God for good directions and sweet tea or something like that. I gotta find the song now.
Okay, we might have to go to the next one
overlap
because
it.
I think I went out of that and lost
Okay.
it.
Let's move on. All right, let's go on. One more confession. So this one is, I had a fight with a man in Denmark, or actually Pam says confession number 3.
Yes.
I had a fight with a man in Denmark when I was a tourist there. Maybe it's the stereotype of the English abroad. I was over in Denmark drinking and met some amazing local lads over there who showed me the good places to go. Had a great night and was heading back to the hotel alone when I stupidly crossed a cycle path. I was drunk and unfamiliar with the road path layout, etc. Someone rode their bike into me and we both fell over. He was initially calm and then suddenly super angry. I offered to pay for the damage to his bike and his jacket, and it seemed to make him angrier. I apologized profusely. I tried to walk away. He was off his bike and at this time, and then started following me, shouting at me in a mixture of Danish and English. After some time, I finally had to do something about this, as he wasn't giving up and he was increasing his aggressiveness. So we started to fight. As the fight went on, we kind of tumbled into a side courtyard area where I got the best of him and overwhelmed him with some, I must say, absolutely superb body shots.
Damn!
I would love to see this. I left him there on the floor, went to my hotel, and haven't told anyone since. This was about 10 years ago.
Oh my.
The thought of him having such a shitty night because of me haunts me a bit. Yes, he was a bit of a dick, but I understand why he would be angry. If he disliked tourists before, he must have spent the last 10 years hating them.
Wow.
If he remembers.
A fight? All of that in a fight? That's crazy.
He just left them down in the floor. Man.
That person was angry as hell to fight over directions? Are you kidding me?
In Denmark, don't they have a lot of weed there? Like, calm down.
That's hilarious.
I can't relate to this at all.
No, I can't either, because that sounds a bit excessive that you're going to fight over something like that. That's crazy.
Well, I mean, it doesn't say who the original poster is, so it's just, so I'm assuming it's two dudes, kind of sounds like two dudes, but, or, I mean, or some brute ass chick having a fight with a dude.
And left the person there and all doesn't.
Yeah. Well, hey, we learned in what our information about the divas that people wouldn't know that used to box. So this could have been you. You were boxing him.
That's funny as hell, right?
Little tidbit of information.
What?
If you're just finding our podcast, you have to go back and listen to some of the old ones to figure out what that comment's about.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, somebody said, don't worry about it. As a Swede, I kind of assume that Danes get into drunken fights with other Danes and or foreigners every week or so.
They do.
Well, I believe it. I believe that.
What's the stereotype of Danes in Sweden? I've briefly visited both countries and enjoyed my time there, but not long enough to grasp the nuances. It says Swedes see Danes as Slavs and alcoholics who are enjoying life far too much.
Hilarious.
I think Danes have a reciprocal view of the Swedes as cringy, lifeless, normie bureaucrats.
Well, I know some Swedes because my ex-husband used to work for Swiss Air, so there are alcoholics. They wake up in the morning drinking.
Yep.
Oh,
and
really?
They have wine for breakfast. They have wine for after breakfast. They use wine to brush their teeth with. I mean, for real, like they drink. I mean, that's a bit excessive, but still, they drink all the time. And I'm like looking at them like,
watch me. We're gonna have
I
some.
Can't even hold. I know I can't even hold my head up. And you're on your like fifth bottle of wine, and I only had 3 glasses.
Oh, guys.
Like what the hell? They drink a lot. I don't know about fighting, but they drink a lot.
Becky?
We're gonna have some hate mail.
Oh.
Well, maybe not. Maybe we'll gain some,
Please.
listeners from other sides of the world. So
yes.
I
mean, I said that they were my friends, and they were my friends, and I was thinking, y'all drink all the time.
On that note, some Swedes, give us your comments about this topic.
Yes. Yes.
This person says the most drunk people we see in Denmark are Swedes. Not even a joke.
Oh my!
I've never been to Denmark. I would love to go sometime. So, and I've never been to Sweden either. I'd like to go there too. So, and Danes see Swedes as stuck-up, boring, political correct people who's drinking homebrew and can't behave themselves when getting drunk.
Goodness.
Oh my God!
Hilarious.
That kind of goes along with what Pam was saying.
Yep.
Crazy.
Oh my goodness! This is actually turned into like a lot of back and forth on this confession. That's funny because a lot of Danes used to look at Swedes as the biggest drunks because they'd witnessed them coming to Copenhagen to get shit-faced. We used to call it Swedish drunk whenever anyone was drunk out of their mind.
Well, they do drink a lot. I can attest for that. They do drink a lot.
And it says, I mean, if you're in Copenhagen, you see Swedes as drunk as well. They go over here when System Bolaget, I don't know what that means, closes down. I guess it's an area of maybe a bar or area, closes down and get drunk off their tits. Partially kidding. Lots of Swedes work here or come to experience whatever we have they want to experience and are perfectly fine. But Swedes and Danes teasing each other is a tradition, right?
But the thing about it too is like when you say bike, that's pretty much how their mode of transportation. I'm not saying they don't have cars, but their mode of transportation in Sweden is a bike.
I've noticed that. Yeah, yes. I have to go online in EarthCam and I go to there and yeah, everybody's on their bike.
Everybody has a bike.
Oh,
there.
really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
This person says, is it cultural? I do ask myself why he got so aggressive. It seemed disproportionate. Initially, he seemed okay as we checked that we weren't badly injured. Then as we spoke and I tried to apologize. Oh, this is from the original poster. I was like, okay, what? Sorry. Original poster. Is it cultural? I do ask myself why he got so aggressive. It seemed disproportionate. Initially seemed okay as we checked that we weren't badly injured. Then as we spoke and I tried to apologize and fix things, his aggression increased to the point where I had to back off and leave him be. Oh, and I should probably add that this was in Copenhagen.
Hilarious.
Anyway, there's lots more comments on this, but this sounds like a very funny situation.
Yes. Yes.
This person says, this sounds like a messy, drunk misunderstanding that escalated way too far. You already did the key part in the moment. Apologize, offer to pay, and tried to walk away.
Yeah.
Once someone starts following you aggressively, it shifts into self-protection territory, even if the original accident wasn't malicious. It's pretty normal to replay it years later and feel guilty, but you're also looking at it with a full hindsight and none of the adrenaline context you had then. Right. He was injured, you were being pursued, and it turned into a fight. Bad outcome, but not some intentional you ruined his life moment.
Right.
To be honest, the fact that it stuck it with you for 10 years just says you've got a conscience, you're not a bad person, and most people would have moved on from something like that a long time ago.
Which is true. Yeah, which is true.
I agree.
And then the original poster answered again, and this is from 2 days ago, so this is a fresh story. Honestly, it's not something I think about often. I actually think about the current World Cup coverage, and it made me remember it when you see fans abroad. I wonder how he remembers it, and I wonder if he resents the British. We both acted foolishly that night, I think. I was drunk, and that's not an excuse, but a partial reason for my behavior. I'm not sure the other guy was drunk. Perhaps he was. I agree that I did try to fix the issue with the resources I had at the time. I was calm and polite and wanted to pay for anything broken. Yes, I think at that point where he started to pursue me, this is where things changed into something else. So I can somewhat justify the action at that point. I still am left with the feeling that I haven't represented myself very well. If I saw the guy today, I'd apologize still. Didn't work last time, but still.
Would
anyway,
you remember what
funny story?
Like? If you were drunk, would you remember what he looked like?
Right? I mean, I agree. Like if somebody's pursuing you and you're trying to like deflect the situation, they're still coming at you. I mean, you do have to protect yourself. So
absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Anyways, interesting to get some perspective from other countries and other, other cultural differences of how they live and stuff and how they perceive things. And so, and that was cool to hear your story too, to confirm the Swedish.
Yes.
The Swedish fun.
Faces. Yeah, that's true.
I feel like that's one of the reasons why I don't care for wine today. Like I'll cook with it, but that's one of the reasons because I'm like, are you kidding me? Another bottle? Like there's like there's like 6 of us sitting at this table here, and there's like 20 bottles.
That's
like, come on.
I
are
love
you kidding?
I do. I like wine.
Me too.
I don't because of that.
Yeah.
I really don't because I was like this. Oh my God, my head. Like, no.
Well, anyway. Certain wines will definitely give you a headache, but like when you find wine that you like there's a couple like red wines and white wines that I like that like never make me feel bad or whatever. And I like to have them like while I'm cooking dinner or just as a little unwind when you're hanging out with some friends and stuff. So
I feel like we drank too many. That's why. And it was the wine. A couple of the bottles were the wine that they used for Swiss cheese. So, it was a good bottle because the Swiss cheese didn't curdle or anything. It did its thing and did like a mozzarella type cheese stringy thing. So
weird. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah, they put wine in their cheese with their Swiss cheese. They sit around and it's like a fondue. So they use Swiss cheese.
Oh.
And they put wine in the cheese, and then you have your skewers and your bread, and you dip it, and you eating your bread while you're drinking wine.
Oh, that kind of sounds good.
20 bottles of wine.
Okay.
Yeah, it is good.
Wine
it is very
cheese
good.
Is great. So that kind of sounds very interesting and delicious.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's 20 bottles of wine. While you have the wine and the cheese, you're over there drinking the wine.
Well, then you don't care because everything tastes good then.
Yes.
Yes.
20 bottles, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. For 6 people? Come on. And everybody's like, to me, you don't really know when the Swiss, and I'm not speaking for all Swiss, okay?
Right.
My friends. I never really could tell when they were intoxicated while we were all sitting down until they got up. until they got up to move. And then you're like, oh shit, what the heck? Because everybody's sitting around laughing and joking and talking and da all across the table. And
they sound like a good time to me.
a very good time. It was a very good time. But until you got up to move and you're like, boom, you're up and then you're down again. Like, oh,
I'll make my spot right there on the couch, wherever we're sitting. That's night, right?
Yes. Funny. Hilarious. Okay, Divas, it looks like it's wrap up time.
Yes, ma'am. That was
and
fun.
Follow us on all social media platforms. Like, subscribe, and comment. You never know. You can get a phone call or an email from a distracted diva, and it could be for a shirt, a bumper sticker, or something that Pearl personally makes.
I was just gonna say that because we have a.
Oh yeah, she has those cute keychains.
Yes, very crafty.
Yes,
she's a crafty diva.
Yes, absolutely.
And she needs more people to give stuff to.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Because she makes a lot, and then friends can only accept so much, so we got to pass some on.
So our stream.
What?
Till our next stream.
Yes, ma'am. Bye, divas.
Bye-bye. And we're out. Cut.